Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And yeah, sorry the video's late, but hey, better late than never. So a couple of things I do want to talk to you guys about on this video. Real quick, I'm going to talk to you guys about the Pixel Buds and the issues going on with them that Google is now aware of. And I just hit the microphone there. But anyways, and how Google is going to rectify the problem. I'm also going to talk about Android R Beta 1 and why I think that most consumers should not install this on their Pixel devices or the Android Beta accepted devices currently right now. Just wait a little bit. I'm going to say that right now. And then I have a message at the end of this video. It's kind of important. It's the way that I feel about all of this. And it may offend some people, but you know, I'm not trying to offend anybody. It's actually a bit more positive if you just take the time to listen. You may get stunned at first about what I'm going to say, but if you listen to the whole message, it's more positive than negative. So anyways, let's just roll with the Pixel Buds. Okay, these things, a lot of people that were interested in these things, a lot of people that are big backers of Pixels, Google, Android, they really wanted to love this. And Google, it took you so long to answer the problems. Obviously, I like to say that the white Pixel Buds are the beta Pixel Buds. As you notice that when these came out, only the white variant was available. The other color variations were not available. And they'll say that it's, you know, due to the fact of you know, manufacturing during this whole pandemic thing, and that could, you know, be one of the reasons why. But you know what, it kind of worked out in favor for them because these became beta tested by consumers, kind of like with the beta program on Android right now that's being tested by everyday consumers. And I want to say that the Pixel Buds had an issue with them, or has. It's going to be fixed with a software update, just to kind of throw that out there. But it had this issue with maintaining a connection with your Pixel device. And at first I thought it was an isolated incident, that it was only with Pixel 3s, and that turned out not to be. They were working fine with my Pixel 2 for a while. It paired with this device and worked solid. And then all of a sudden, when you turn your head to the left or the right while listening to music, or if you're like laying in your bed, kind of like, you know, arced a little bit, not arced, but leaning up against like the headboard or something, or even if you lay flat back down on your pillow, it would have the connection problem as well. And so then I tried it with my Pixel 2 XL, same thing. So it's not isolated to the Pixel 3. It's the buds themselves. Now it will be fixed with a software update. Google was replacing the hardware just by replacing it under manufacturer's defect warranty. However, even the replaced Pixel Buds were doing the same thing. So they pretty much zeroed in on it and found out that basically it's software. They can fix it with software. And so they're going to put out a software for it. If you didn't know, Pixel Buds have their software. Okay, not the Pixel Buds app, but this thing right here, this egg pod right here, has its own software, and it'll be updated, connected to your Pixel device through the Pixel Buds app. I'll show you guys when the software update comes through for my Pixel Buds, and I'll show you guys just how to check to see if you got it. It's supposed to roll out the next coming weeks, so just be expecting that if you're a Pixel Buds owner. And when you get that software update, test it out and make sure that the connection loss is no longer affecting you. Okay, so Android R Beta 1 is currently available right now, and I see a lot of people tweeting about it, a lot of people talking about it, a lot of people updating their phones to it. And I'm going to tell people right now, you know, unless you really have to see what's coming with Android R or Android 11, then accept the beta update. But if you don't want, like, if it's not important to you, then now's not the time for you to accept it. To install Android R Beta 1 on your device, just to go and say on social media that you have Android R Beta 1, doesn't mean anything. As a matter of fact, you're going to have a headache with it. And this is one of the things I noticed with this beta program, and it's so silly. So people will download and install the beta program on their Pixel device, and then like a week later, they will go and complain on social media that this is not working, that app's not working, that app's not working. Well, what do you expect? In Beta 1, in Android R Beta 1, or even Android Q Beta 1, things have to get worked out. the whole point of the beta program, and why it's public to consumers, is that the best way to beta test is to have a bunch of consumers who use their device like a normal consumer would use their device, so that way they can see what types of bugs that the software has so they can work them out. It's not until the 4th beta version is where the APIs are given out to third-party app developers so they can get their apps up to speed in working with the latest version of Android. And so for those people who want to try out Android 11, but they want, like their banking app to be able to still work, they want Snapchat to still work, they want a certain game to still work, you want to hold off until the 4th variation of the beta, because that's when the APIs are given out to various different developers like Facebook and Twitter and your Bank of America app and Pokemon Go and all this other stuff. The APIs will be given out. These companies can develop for the latest version of Android because they have to by the deadline when this full-fledged, fully baked operating system goes live. They have to have their apps ready for it. So yeah, take my advice, people. Just wait until the 4th variation of the beta before you actually try to test it out. Now, if you're a geek like me, go ahead, because you will have no problem using it. And then if you find certain things that's broken within it, that's not working right, you can send the feedback. Google will get the data, they'll get onto it and fix those issues in the 2nd beta release. And you can always revert back to the previous version of Android that you were already on. Of course, it's a pain in the butt because you have to go through the whole brand new Pixel setup again, but geeks are okay with tinkering with that. Everyday consumers don't want to have to go through that headache. So that's why I say to everyday consumers, don't try it until at least wait till like beta 4 or beta 5. Beta 5, beta 6 is pretty much fully baked. It's just that they haven't officially launched it yet. But yeah, just take my advice on that. And the last thing here that I want to talk, and I want to get straight with everybody, and you know what, if you hate me afterwards, totally fine. But I'm going to say this to people out there. Don't condemn somebody for being a techie, a geek, or a nerd, especially when you're playing in the same pool as them. No disrespect to people out there, but I'm just going to say this. Anybody can buy a phone and read the specifications off the box. Anybody can Google the specifications for a device and then sit in front of this camera and regurgitate what they read. Anybody can do that, okay? And if you are one that does that, okay, not calling out anyone specifically, I'm just saying if you are one that does that, like, you're not fully into the core essence of geeking out over mobile technology, but you like talking about smartphones and you read the specification of the box, let me tell you, anybody can learn this. Anybody can learn the full core of every aspect of mobile technology. Nobody is born with this information in their head. Right? We read up from various different websites, and then we read from other websites, and we learn from other people. Like, I'll be the first to admit, I knew about some aspects of the carrier networks, but I didn't know a lot until I became friends with Sneed, Carlos, Pete, and then watching their group grow, and you have Caleb, you have Tim, you have all these guys that just know a lot more about the network, about the nodes, about the technology in itself. And I learned a lot from them. See, I knew about smartphones. Smartphones was my thing. Network wasn't. But I'm learning more and able to help people more. And that's the point I'm trying to make. You don't have to be one-dimensional. If you're not knowing too much about the different sides of mobile technology, it doesn't mean that you'll never get to learn it. It just means that you gotta buckle down and do your research. And trust me, it's fun researching this stuff. It's fun going to various websites and reading someone's perspective on it, and then finding another site that has a totally different perspective, but it just kind of teaches you, like, okay, and you can make your own perspective on how you receive the information. But if you're going to regurgitate that information back out, it becomes helpful to other people. And you'll realize that, hey, I know this stuff. All this stuff about, you don't know about technology, or you're too into the technology and nobody cares about that part of the mobile technology. Like, no, lots of people care about all sides of mobile technology, and I'm here to say it from either side arguing. If you're just a box reader, You don't have to stay that. You can learn just about anything that has to do with mobile technology. You just have to give yourself the time to research it and learn it. And if you know all this stuff about mobile technology and you know that someone's a box reader, don't condemn them for being a box reader, okay? Educate them, help them. That is the whole point of a community, is to help one another, not tear each other down. And so I'm just making that little message. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much all that I have to say. If you made it this far, you can either hashtag PixelBudsFix or hashtag Android R Beta 1 in the comment section, so I know you made it all the way through the video. If you guys enjoyed what I had to say, smash that like button to let me know. If you just found my channel and subscribed, thank you so much for doing so. Really appreciate that. Hit the bell icon to be notified when I do upload a video. And that is it for right now. Thanks again for checking it out, and as always, aloha. Have a good night, or see you tomorrow.